Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now. So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Subject som kere konsolata konsolferino. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason.
Yo, what's going on? Of course, my when we need to move a little bit here, my phone jams up. So I'm sending out this tweet. I know it's a crappy way to start a show, isn't it? Especially when we had a wonderful day yesterday, and especially for me, that Thursday night game. I just feel like I need to kind of set this up a little bit. All right. That's not the greatest intro, but what are you going to do? I am Jason. That's Ben. We are Wanna Bet. And yeah, we're putting on the bibs. I don't have the foil because it was a late decision to put on the bibs. Beltway Ben updated me on how we did last night. Oh my goodness, I just saw this. Look at this. I guess one of these lobsters was harmed in the cleansing and throwing of him in the dryer. I'm going to bite him gently. He's delicious, Beltway Ben. You know what was delicious? Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Chase Brown doing what the F I thought they would do to a highly overrated Ravens team. Needed that big cash. Got squeezed in the early NFL games. Lost the Duke bet by half a point. That shisa happens. But Beltway Ben, you have continued to crush it. And that Thursday night game was about as good as I've handicapped anything all season. Bengals money line. Bengals plus 7.5. Chase Brown over 25 yards receiving. Chase Brown over 30 yards receiving. These are all plus money plays. Oh, except for the Bengals plus 7.5. But that was a standard minus 110. Jamar Chase over 100 yards receiving. Joe Burrow, 200 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Bengals over 19.5 points, plus 112. Burrow, 250 plus Bengals over 23.5 points, plus 170 something. Yeah, it was a football feast. The Navy game produced 31 points in the first half. We love that. Again, treaded water in college basketball. Got screwed on some calls in that Chiefs game. And most importantly, we got hosed by the refs in the Turkey Bowl, and the team across the street from the Red Robin got the win. And Beltway Ben, they also got the shout out on Thursday night on the Thursday night game. Did you see that?
Yeah,
they showed my alma mater. Did you see that video?
I was looking if I could see you. I was looking for you, but they didn't show you.
No, I was in the crowd. I was not on the sidelines. That was a kick in the nuts.
No. They were showing the crowd. You didn't see them show the crowd a little bit?
They were showing the winning half of the crowd.
Okay.
We were on the other side of United Stadium.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, those twerps were shut the hell up when we came back from 28-7 and had them on the ropes. But anywho, you crushed it again. You were all over Jordan Love. Yoshi Voss missed by like half a yard. That's some bullshit. I tied Rice. We both thought Rice would go nuts.
Yeah.
I tied him to Chiefs money line, chasing plus 200. Shame on me.
Yeah. It was a solid day. For me, we finished up a little over 5 units. We cashed. Even our Henry play, like we lost one because Todd Monken, whatever that idea was, but we still cashed multiple plays in that Ravens game. We had a lot of different things. Yoshi Boss, although he hurt us here, we had him for 25 plus. We had Isaiah Likely. I was going to play him up to 60. I didn't end up doing it. Isaiah Likely has the big game that I thought he would. Rasheed Rice, we had receiving yards, receptions. Jordan Love, longest completion. It was a very, very good day, and we needed it.
Wonderful. Beltway Ben's got a radio show to do at 10 a.m. Eastern. So we're going to move quickly here. We've been going long lately. We're going to get our Christmas tree today, Rodney. Yeah, I think he's Rodney 22. He's like Uggas. We name our Christmas trees. I think this is the 22nd Rodney that I will have with my lovely wife, Lauren. We've been together more than 22 years, but I think the first year I was in a small row house in East Baltimore, and we just had an artificial tree that first year. So anyway, it's a big day here. Black Friday, a lot to bet on. Got to go get our Rodney, start decorating the house. Whole family's going to see Wicked, whatever, part 2. So I'm fired up about that. All right, we got a lot to get to. I'm not going to F around here. If you're new to the show, you shouldn't be. You should be watching all the time. we're going to give you plays on all these downs. Fourth down is fourth and long or fourth and short. Ways to get you long-term money or quick money where you don't have to sit through all these games. Over time, we give you football parlays every day. All right, I'm going to get it started. Beltway Ben, first down. I'm going to go to the Black Friday game. The injury report for both these teams gives me a little bit of pause in how I want to play this game. But the prevailing winds are the Bears' defense is eradicated, like wiped out. Like down key linebackers. Yeah, I know some corners are coming back. I think this is a tough spot for the Bears. Beltway Ben, and the Bears cannot defend the slot, and now they're wounded. So give me Devontae Smith over 60-plus yards and the Eagles to win this game. Was I not supposed to give that out here, or did I screw you up already?
First down I thought was the Lakers, but I put that up. I had the Lakers for first and Devontae Smith and the Eagles money line for third. But...
Why don't I just get all these NFLs out of the way?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So, look, if he wasn't on the injury report all week, I'd play this higher. The weather report looks pretty good. He has 32 receptions in the slot. Dallas Goedert second on the team with 9. He has 296 yards in the slot. Dallas Goedert second on the team with 129. We've seen Hurts throwing the ball more lately because the injuries to the Eagles' offensive line have hurt them more in their run blocking than their pass protection. Why do I keep bringing up the slot? Because the Bears allow a passer rating of 120.5 in the slot, 29th in the NFL, 74% completions, almost 9 yards per attempt in the slot. And we've got one of the better two-way go slot guys in the league who's twitchy, who's toolsy. And yeah, maybe he's not 100%, but he's playing, and I think 60 is a comfortable number. If he wasn't on the injury report all week, we'd be laddering this up. So that'll get you plus 174. We also like Eagles money line and the Texans money line, plus 246. The Eagles are the better team. The Eagles are at home. The Eagles don't stay down very long, and I think Chicago's a little bit fugazi. We also want to get this Texans play now because I actually jumped this 2 days ago, and now that the Daniel Jones stuff is out, we're starting to lose some value in Houston money line. So you put these two together, it's plus 246. Houston's 14-8-1 against the spread on the road in the division the last 3 or 4 years. They've won 3 straight up against Indianapolis. They only have 1 loss in their last 5 against Indianapolis. Remember, these teams tied a couple years ago. Daniel Jones has got a bum shoulder. Houston's got the best defense in the league. Jonathan Taylor's not going to kill them. I don't need Stroud to come back and be great to win this game. I just need him to be as solid as Davis Mills. So we like that. And then we also we want to give this to you now because it's losing value. If you go to 365, you can still get Devontae Adams anytime touchdown at minus 105. Everybody else has it around minus 140 to minus 150. If you haven't been paying attention, he's got 12 receiving touchdowns this year. He's got 9 in his last 5 games. Stafford loves throwing him the ball. The Carolina defense is all kinds of beat up. You've got injured corners, horns banged up. You saw what San Francisco did to them. If Purdy doesn't suck, he throws 4 or 5 touchdowns against these guys. It's a good secondary when everybody's healthy. They're not healthy. The Rams are dominating. I also like, this is an official play. Ben had enough on his plate. I didn't want to throw him another thing at the last minute. We're also on Devontae Adams' first half touchdown. And this is my real fourth and short because my fourth down is Fugazi. I fudged it. It doesn't really fit the category. Devontae Adams' first half touchdown plus 220. He's got 8 first half touchdowns already this season. I think the Rams do what they've been doing. Throw early, blow people away at the half, and put them to bed. So Devontae Adams plus 220 first half touchdown. That's all my NFL for today. It's all out there. Beltway Ben, I cede the floor to you.
Yeah, I'll be quick with all my plays today. As Jason said, I got a show that I'm going to run to, so I'm not going to really get much into it. You guys can trust me. I've done the research. I have the numbers. I just want to be quick here. Yeah. Saquon Barkley over 105.5 rushing and receiving yards at minus 118, facing a bad Bears defense against running backs in both the passing game and the run game. Saquon had just 10 carries last week. We also saw him have a critical fumble. He didn't look right. He's been looking frustrated, all those things. This is a spot at home where we've seen Barkley really kick it up. And he's had a lot of success against the Bears in the past. Some different personnel here and there. But there are still some guys there from the last time he faced off against them where he just terrorized them. And I know the Eagles' offensive lines had some struggles. A lot of question marks there. Barkley, whether it's in the passing game or the run game, I think is going to explode today. I like him over 105.5 rushing and receiving.
Okay. Second down. Why don't I just do the Lakers Dallas thing here? NBA Cup does give me some pause, and the Lakers have kind of already like clinched some stuff. But I read a bunch of newspaper articles last night. Orange County Register. Kids, read the newspapers if you can. I know the paywalls suck. Reddick is talking like he cares a lot about this tournament. He's already talking about how much money the coaches get. Hey, the coaches get a cut of this pot. Hey, we've clinched this much money, but we'd all like to make more around the holidays. And it's a Luka revenge spot against the Mavs. We're going to lay the 10.5 with the Lakers minus 108. Dallas has only played 5 games on the road all year, Beltway Ben. That's kind of crazy, as deep into the season as we are. When they've played on the road against Western Conference teams, they've lost by 24, 14, and 8. They're 3-8 against the spread against the Western Conference. Lakers 12-5 against the spread. 6-2 against the spread as a favorite. 9-4 against the spread versus the Western Conference. Their margin of victory on average when they're a favorite is 14 points. Luka's playing out of his mind. LeBron's got his legs back. And I do think the Lakers want to finish with as high a seed and as high as a point differential as possible to put themselves in position to skip some of the next round of the NBA Cup and move forward into more of the money games. I don't know. They're saying AD might come back for this game. I'm not sure it matters. I'm not sure he's really in shape. He clearly is just waiting to be traded out of Dallas. I think it's a good spot for the Lakers to continue covering these spreads.
Second down, we will go. I got the wrong. It's supposed to be. I'll get to second down.
Ben's dealing with a lot. For Ben to still be crushing these bets like this, and him just telling me before the show of some of the many things going on top of all the tech issues we've been having and the lag issues and still waiting on a laptop that we were supposed to have, I don't know, in June. Beltway Ben's crushing it. What was that?
The laptop. I brought it in with me today, hopefully.
Oh, that's the new one?
We'll see. We'll see if we can get
Give it some smoochy boochies. Love it up. Love it up. Pet it. Stroke it.
Yeah.
Like Billy Squire.
Yeah.
Stroke it. Stroke it.
I'm going to go to college
I know
basketball
he says
here.
stroke me, but it's an inanimate object. So
I've heard that song. Yeah. Actually, quite familiar.
That's how we got into Billy Squire last week.
Yeah.
You said something about stroking something, and I was like, that immediately makes me think of Billy Squire.
Right. Of course. No, I'm going to go with Vandy minus 2.5 today. I like their matchup. They're much better than the St. Mary's team. Vandy that's a play that if you guys follow us on Hoops HQ, I gave out to win this tournament coming in. They were minus 125, and it's like you don't want to give one of those parlays out or future plays out for juice, but it's only a 4-day future. It's not like it's
right.
3 months down the road.
They're not holding your money forever.
Yeah. So I was comfortable enough giving it out. I just thought they were way better than anybody in the field, and they've showed that so far. I'm taking the 2.5 because there's too much juice on the money line. I know sometimes when you get these numbers between 3.5 and 1.5, you probably should just go with the money line. But for this, to not give you guys too much juice, I'm going with Vandy minus 2.5 at minus 122. I just like what they have compared to it with St. Mary's team, who, I mean, it's a step up in competition. Like St. Mary's plays well in certain spots and can beat up on some of the lesser teams. But this Vandy team, under the new coach from JMU last year, we saw how good they were. They lose their best player in Jason Edwards to the portal. He heads to Providence, and he's struggling there, and there's up and downs there. Vandy hasn't taken a step back. They get all their role players back. They hit the portal hard, as they always will under this coach. I really like Vandy, minus 2.5 at minus 122.
Excellent. Third down for me. I will feast it up. We're going to go with Butler laying the 13.5. We're paying a little juice to do it, but that's fine. They're playing Wright State. Wright State's been shooting the lights out of the ball, but they've been playing Ashlock competition. Butler's been playing great. We've given them out maybe once or twice on the show. We've been pretty much playing Butler money lines religiously when they're a dog. We love how they played against Virginia. We love how they played against South Carolina. And it's a team that we just have looked at weekly. And we write that column in Hoops HQ. So I'm looking at a lot of trends and looking at things long term to try to guess lines a week ahead to give out bets on games that are 5-6 days away. And I've kept gravitating to Butler. Why? Well, they're 6-0 against the spread this year. They're covering by 8 points a game. They're 13-6 against non-conference teams since the start of last year, winning those games on average by 9 points. Since 2023, Beltway Ben, they're 20-10 against the spread in non-conference games, winning on average by double digits. Wright State hasn't played anybody. Yes, they've been covering. They haven't played anybody. They're 5-11-1 against the spread, non-conference opponents since the start of last year. I'm sorry, on the road. They're good against non-conference opponents. 5-11-1 on the road. Since the start of last year is Wright State. They're playing a 2 p.m. tip at Butler. Butler's off to a great start. I think a team that's been undervalued by Vegas. And frankly, if they won this game by 20, I wouldn't be shocked. You want to mess around with an alt line, 15.5? I've already done it. But we're going to go 13.5 here for the purposes of this show. Third down, Ben.
Yes, I got a college basketball parlay. We're playing two different things. Washington on the money line against Colorado. Let me get that up there. Yeah, there we go. Washington on the money line against Colorado and BYU on the money line against Dayton. This Washington team, I think, is better than they performed. Now, you get the coach last year from Utah State, up and down. It was kind of a down year, but they had some big upset wins, and they have some talent. They still do. And I don't expect anything from this Colorado team who they're just not there for me. Like, I can't buy really anything that they're doing. And then you got BYU in a tournament against Dayton. Like, BYU is legit, and they're going to beat up on a lot of these different teams, especially ones where they can run a gun. If you watch the Dayton-Marquette game, it was clear Dayton's defense wasn't amazing, and they can get beat, but Marquette just couldn't knock any shots down, and that's been a pretty big issue for them all year. I like what BYU's doing. They got a great coach in Young, and these are the matchups that they're going to have to beat up on, because as good as BYU is, and you know they'll win games in conference, out of conference, you can't afford to lose to the Daytons if you want a top 3 seed, if you want a very, very good road to get to the Sweet 16. And they got the talent, but you always have to make sure you beat up on the Daytons of the world. Always, like, the A-10 is a very underrated conference in non-conference play. They pull off upsets. Teams don't ever want to play them. So I do think BYU will come ready to go today. Again, BYU and Washington on the money line, which you can get a minus 135.
Excellent. Fourth, I don't even know what this is. This is fourth and Fugazi, because it's not really a fourth down play. But I found the Devontae Adams, which, again, I think that covers me as a fourth and short. I fudge this as a fourth down play because 4 teams are involved. But it's not even a 4-leg parlay. It's 3, so I was really cheating. So thank you, Devontae Adams. Now catch that touchdown pass. So fourth down, we're going to Bundesliga. This match kicks off early tomorrow morning. We wanted to give it out today. Hoffenheim and Augsburg, both teams to score and over 2.5 total goals in that match. Plus, our mighty Bavarian Giants, Bayern Munich, to win by 1.5 goals against St. Pauli. Yeah, that means they need to win by 2. I get it. We don't want to play the -2 here because we don't want to mess with the push potential. That is plus 138. Look, Hoffenheim and Augsburg play batshit crazy matches in a Bundesliga that's been batshit crazy across the board. Hoffenheim matches average 3.6 goals per game at home. Augsburg averaged 3.5 on the road. Again, we just need 3 total goals here. Hoffenheim, the BTS is hit in 80% of their home matches. Augsburg, the BTS is hit in every road game they've played. They hemorrhage goals on the road, but they manage to score in garbage time. It's 2 sides that aren't going anywhere. They're going to fight off relegation, and I think I just see a lot of goals here. I've spent a lot of time on that match, and I think we get 4 or 5 goals there. And then Bayern's playing St. Pauli. Bayern 6-0 at home in the Bundesliga. 26 goals scored, 3 conceded. St. Pauli can't score. They haven't conceded much because they've played Scheisse sides. This is Bayern. This is the big leagues. We're also going to give out Bayern -2, minus 125. If they win by 2, we push here. Is Company going to play a B team against them? Probably. Is Harry Kane even going to see the field in this match? Maybe not. If not, our guy Jackson should score. But anyway, the last time Bayern played a C lineup, they played a much better side, Leverkusen, and beat them 3-0. At home in the Alliance, they're going to win it against anybody in the Bundesliga by at least 2 goals. Beltway Ben?
Yeah, fourth and long. We're going to play a long shot bet, and then we're going to give out something else because I feel very good about it. Last night, when doing the research and the time that I did have, I don't like playing public sides. I talk about it all the time and public things. Like when I feel like everybody's going to be on something, it's rare that I go to it. But I did this last year in the matchup, and I'm doing it again, and I knew I was going to do this yesterday for fourth and long. This is a long shot bet, and this is going to be a half unit play, a choppy.
You got him? You got the beat up choppy?
Yeah, no, I got him. I just don't want him to. It's all right. You said it's more accurate. Yes. Luka to score 50 plus points, plus 1,100. He's playing the Mavs. He's playing the Mavs. Need I say more? His team that traded him. He's been comfortable scoring the basketball since LeBron's came back, regardless if he's playing or not. Like, Luka will fill it up. We know that. And the Mavs are just not a good basketball team for me. When I look around and you look around the league and you test out a few things, the Mavs suck defensively. They suck on the glass, which is also why, as an official play, that we're going to play here, I'm going to go with Luka Doncic 30-plus points and 8-plus boards. Now, he's been around 8 boards for a good majority of the year. I think he'll probably try to get a triple-double against his former team. Luka knows what's at stake here. He knows what's happened. And that's why the assists do scare me a little bit with the 50-plus. That's why I played at a half unit. But the glass is going to be crucial here. I played him the other night. He's got like 2 boards at halftime, and I'm like, well, that one's cooked. Watch Luka play. He starts adding them up as the game goes on. He can grab offensive rebounds. He's aggressive on the glass. 8-plus rebounds by itself is minus 136. This is an official play at plus 118. You can also make that an official play. Luka Doncic, 8-plus rebounds at minus 136.
I was trying to look up the triple-double real quick.
We can make that a joint play if you see one.
Today's not the day to F around.
No.
Plus
420.
Really?
Plus 420. You want to make it a team play?
Let's do it.
Yeah, plus 420. There you go. I'm
Plus
right there.
420.
This is...
And
again,
look,
I think he's going to have that.
You guys, we give you the template. You move forward. Now, you know I already like the regular spread here.
Right.
But you want to take that down a little bit because maybe he hits this even though he doesn't have to play the fourth quarter. Maybe you take it down the Mavs minus 9.5 or Lakers minus 9.5 and parlay that with this. Maybe you even just want to go Lakers money line. I have a hard time thinking he gets a triple-double and they lose the game. Like, who the hell's going to match him off that Mavs roster right now? But anyway, Ben's got a show to do in literally 7 minutes. So, all right, overtime. I'm going to fly through these. Just trust me. We're going to go over 2 goals scored in the Burnley Brentford match. There's just Burnley's allowed 18 goals on the road, okay, in 6 games. Like, Brentford can score. They can score from long throw-ins. They can score from the run of play, set pieces. Over 2.5 goals, minus 120. We also like over 3.5 goals at plus 200 in this match. Brentford tend to get a little crazy at home. They've conceded in 67%, 2/3 of the home games they've played in. Burnley's overdue to get a goal in garbage time. So there we are. Over 3.5 goals plus 200. We also like Thiago to score for Brentford in this match. He scored 5 of their last 9 goals across all competitions. He scored in 4 of his last 5 Premiership goals. He scored in 4 of their last 5 Premiership games. That's plus 110. We think there's a lot of goals in this match. Burnley's defense is getting shredded at home. This isn't the quality of a Chelsea and some of the other teams they played. I get it. But Brentford can score. And then one other play, 3 overtimes in the Prem. Again, a lot of these matches are early. We're not going to be able to get to them by tomorrow's show. City, coming off a debacle in the Champions League with a horseshit B lineup out there. City playing Leeds, my Leeds United, who are getting trashed in Ellen Road, and now they have to go on the road to the Etihad against a pissed-off City side. City minus 1. Erling Haaland to score. City to score at least 3 goals, plus 162. How have City done at home in the Premiership? 3-0, 3-1, 2-0, 5-1, 3-0. That's their last 5 games. Leeds on the road. 4 goals scored, 15 conceded. They have 1 win and 6 losses in 6 road games. So that's where we are. Man City to minus 1. City to score 3 times. Haaland anytime goal plus 162. Haaland's also overdue for a brace. Haaland to score 2 or more goals against Leeds. He only played 25 minutes or so in midweek. That's plus 187.
Yeah, I got 2 plays. One's a parlay. We always do right around our plus 100 for these, prime time type of games and in the spots where the standalone is here. So we'll play this here for this Black Friday game. The Eagles on the money line, Saquon Barkley, 60-plus rushing yards, and DeAndre Swift, 10-plus receiving. Now, Saquon, the last time I did this, it kind of bit me, and I think I'm going to go back to it. I will give out 81.5 rushing yards as well. I know we gave out his rushing and receiving, and you're probably saying, well, you don't want to give out both, whatever. I feel very good about this today. And it's going to be kind of windy. This Bears run defense is bottom 10 in the NFL, and it's been bottom 5 for a majority of the season. They really haven't improved. Success rate is still, I think it's 9th lowest in the NFL. So I do expect Saquon to have some success running the football. He's frustrated. The Eagles offense is frustrated. We already know the drama TV show going on in that locker room. Saquon, you can count on 60 plus here for this parlay, but I'd also consider giving out 81.5. DeAndre Swift, 10 plus receiving yards, plus 142. Ben Johnson is brilliant. We know he's smart. The script here isn't Caleb Williams running around and chucking it 50 yards down the field. Some easy throws for Caleb Williams. You got a revenge spot for DeAndre Swift. Because of that, I will also play him for 10 plus receiving yards, right? This is the back that you want on the field for the run. Now, I know they've gotten some good rushes out of other guys. I get that. But in the pass game, DeAndre Swift is the most, efficient in that area, and I think they know that. I think it'll be some easy throws for Caleb Williams. So we're going to go DeAndre Swift, 10 plus receiving at minus 153. We'll play the Eagles in the money line, Saquon 60 plus, and then DeAndre Swift, that parlayed in to get us to plus 142, and we'll also give out Saquon over 81.5 rushing.
Love it. Look, we'd love to have been able to elaborate, but there's a lot going on. Holidays, everything else. We wanted to get you guys these plays. Ben literally has a radio show he's about to host. Ben, just put the slip up real quick. It's great to put the bibs back on. I'm glad I wasn't horseshit. Uh-oh. The new one's loose, but I got to keep it together.
No.
Gentle. Thank you, Joe Burrow. Thank you, Cincinnati Bengals. Thank you, Chase Brown. Thank you, Jamar Chase. It's good to see myself back up. 5, I'll take it. I'm just glad to be in the green, lime green, whatever color that is. Ben says it's black. I'll take his word for it. Ben's been in the green forever. We're thinking around 9:30 tomorrow. Again, it might not be exactly 9:30, so I wanted to give you all those 10 a.m. soccer plays today.
It'll be real talk though. I'll be.
We can slow down. Yeah. We can have some fun. Today, yeah. Hopefully, we'll be putting the bibs back on. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Wish me luck getting Rodney the Christmas tree. I wish you guys the best. Thank you for betting with us. We'll see you tomorrow morning.